Hello, procrastinators, and welcome to Nerd3's 101. Today I will be looking at Dungeon Keeper, the mobile version. This is the mobile phone version that's just come out, so I won't have any footage because I can't record footage off my phone, but I do want to show you some screenshots of it and stuff and have a bit of talk because I think this is a very important game. So if you don't know, I'm a huge fan of the Dungeon Keeper series. Dungeon Keeper is where you dig out, you're given like a sort of a block of terrain, sort of a top-down perspective block of terrain, and you dig out a dungeon, you build traps, and you get minions, and you basically build up this huge army, and then you attack, and it's fantastic. The first Dungeon Keeper game, fantastic. The second Dungeon Keeper game, it's okay. It's not as good as the first one, but it was coming out on mobile phone, and I was like, they've cartooned up. They said it was a twisted take, but they seem to have just made it cartoony, and I was like, I'll take a cartoon take if I can play Dungeon Keeper on the go. I don't mind if it costs like 5-6 quid or something like that. So I went over to the Google Play Store and saw this. Free. Now, free-to-play mobile games in my head aren't very good because free-to-play... It's very well known that I loathe microtransactions, and free-to-play games seem to be loaded with them, and I have never seen a game loaded with this many microtransactions. Like, my point I hate them for is that they're detrimental to gameplay. They will slow down the gameplay so you pay money to get it back to the level it was. That is the point of a microtransaction. Okay, so this is why, like, I will argue it down to, like, the tiniest microtransactions. Some people are okay at different levels, but we are all going to agree that this is taking the piss. I say we're all going to agree, but this game has thousands of 5-star reviews from people who I'm assuming are all complete and total fuckwits. Every single person who has upvoted this game to 5 stars, a fuckwit. Because or have never played the original Dungeon Keeper and have just played free-to-play mobile games and therefore don't know any better. Let's have a look at a screenshot from this game. So this is just after the tutorial. I just finished the tutorial, which explains everything. And then I saw this thing that I'm about to show you, and then I had to go off and Google to make sure this wasn't a glitch or anything, and this is actually how the game was designed. So this is I've decided to pick out a little plot of land to dig away. That's what I've done. I've gone, I want this little bit of land to be dug away. Like you do. You basically dig out huge amounts of land in this game. The one on the left there is going to take 24 hours in real time to dig out. The other one's going to take 4 hours real time. The little bit of a gap there of 37 minutes was me going off and Googling to make sure that this was completely what they had planned for this game. Yes, some parts of the terrain will take an entire day to dig out. You know my problem with microtransactions is they slow down the gameplay? This has stopped the gameplay completely. This is something else. This is a complete piss take. It's just the gem symbol means you can pay gems to speed it up. So if you click on it there, you can pay 243 gems to rush it on ahead. 243 gems. As you'd seen at the top there, the game nicely gave me a few gems. So I was like, oh, I could spend that. How do I get more gems? If I click that little plus, it throws up this screen here. Where, as you can see, the lowest one for 500, so we need roughly half of those. So it will cost to dig out that one piece of land, it will cost £1.50. To dig out that one piece of land. As you can see on the top left here, one of the biggest fucking joke. That's the funniest joke I've ever seen in my entire life. Best value is £70. No, the best value would be going on Good Old Games and buying Dungeon Keeper 1 and 2 for probably a tenner or something. If you have ever paid, if anybody ever pays for that, you're just a fucking idiot. You are beyond help. You have just ushered in. Just come in. This is, I'll bend over. Yes, I'll pay money just to continue playing a game I enjoy. This is my problem with microtransactions. This is the piss take. 70 fucking quid. I mean, it's 14,000 gems for you maybe go, oh, that's quite a lot of gems. Do you know how many you'll be able to dig out with that? Let me work it out quickly. So 1,000 will be 4 to the 56. You can dig out 56 of the hardest to dig out bits of terrain with that. For 70 quid. 56 blocks. If you've ever played the Dungeon Keeper game, I hope you are vomiting. I hope this isn't making you go, oh, I am actually shocked. Like, I've seen microtransactions in these free-to-play box and gone, oh, that's just someone being a prick. I didn't know that they got this bad already. Like, the most popular one is $13.99. So you can dig out, 10 big blocks of land? I don't get it. I don't understand. Like, I don't game on mobile phone because I assumed it was I assumed it would be like this, but I assumed the $2.99 one there would be back up there. I see why you were pissed off with me at Hearthstone when I was like, oh, Hearthstone's like hugely expensive, because I didn't know there were cunts like EA trying to charge that much money for fuck all. Admittedly, I still think Hearthstone's expensive because that's a lot of money to spend on virtual cards, but that is so much fucking more generous than that. I'm angry. I'm angry because of greed. Fucking greed. That's all this shit is. That's all free-to-play fucking games are. If you look at the top list of free-to-play games, the top list of the highest grossing games on the Google Play Store, they're all fucking free-to-play. Well, I think the exception of Minecraft and Grand Theft Auto. They're all free-to-play. They make the most money. Free-to-play isn't a company going, oh, we're going to be best friends, we'll not charge you any money for this. Free-to-play makes them more money. That's why they're going free-to-play. If you could just stop paying these fucknuts any money, that would be brilliant. That would be fantastic, because then this shit would stop. But at the moment, this shit's only going to get worse. I mean, this game was getting 5-star reviews from thousands of people. This is okay. For some people, this is okay. Do you honestly think that this is okay? Oh, but you could just leave it for 24 hours. Leave it for 24 hours. What am I supposed to do every day? Go, oh, it's time to upgrade my boop, touch it once. It's not Animal fucking Crossing. This is supposed to be a real-time strategy. It's not supposed... Yeah, so that's my first impressions of Dungeon Keeper. If you pay any of these games money, you are just pushing greed along. That's all it is. I mean, we should be ashamed. As an entire gaming community, we should be ashamed like games that like this exist, because a lot of people, the first gaming experiences are with their phones because they won't have consoles or anything like that. I mean, the Wii was like a lot of people's first introduction, but now it's phones is what's really people are getting in on. And this should not be their first introduction to gaming. This shouldn't be where people go, this is what games are like, because this is gaming at its worst, because it's barely gaming. It's not. These are psychological experiments more than anything to see just how much we'll pay, just how much they will pay. They will push and they will push and they will push. I mean, already £70 is apparently okay and enough to be best value. Just think, for 70 quid, you could buy the original Dungeon Keeper for you and like 20 of your friends. I'm not kidding. That's probably the price it's at nowadays. So you could either have 20 copies of Dungeon Keeper or 20 just fantastic games. Hell, you could even buy a fucking brand spanking new modern game from fucking Game or some shit without trying to get a discount anywhere. You could buy half of Vita, or you could destroy 56 blocks in a game. Anyway, slightly angry one. Thank you very much for watching. Stop putting up with this shit, and ta-ra.